Hello everyone, welcome back to Esoteric Ramblings. I'm Jesse Arnold, and today I'm going to be giving you my Comic Haul review for Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. Everybody, welcome back to Comic Haul Rundown. I'm going to give you my usual rundown. As always, I'm going to start off with the event, go alphabetically, give you my cover of the week, and going back down to just my number one book for the week. So here we go. We'll just jump right in with X-Men, Ten of Swords, Stasis. Technically it's number one, which I'm surprised they didn't put... Oh, no, they did. Stasis, number one, which is a one-shot, but it is Chapter 11, or Part 11 of 22, the Ten of Swords crossover. So Stasis, this picks up where the last issue, chapter, I think, was it X-Men? Whatever the last one was, where we see the last of the X-Men team getting their swords and joining the circle. And now we get to see the other side, the Araco side characters getting their swords and them coming together and some of that. So this was actually a really fun issue, and it was pretty cool. If you are reading the Ten of Swords series, definitely make sure you pick this up. This is an important piece to what's going on, and there's some fun things where they went back to the card readings from the beginning. The prologue of the story is now coming into play here. So definitely want to check out Ten of Swords Stasis number one. All right, A Man Among Ye number 3. Again, this has been a really fun series that I did not expect. Gotta love you some pirate stuff, and seeing a story about Anne Bonny and all of that is a lot of fun. It definitely has a vibe of kind of the Pirates of the Caribbean, with maybe less of the goofy comedy in those movies. As much as I like that, it's a little more straightforward, but this is pretty fun. Great art, great storytelling, really love it, and this cover is pretty cool. Almost earned a spot on the cover art of the week, but alas, it did not, but it's pretty close. So check out A Man Among Ye number 3. Up next is Amazing Spider-Man number 51. This is part of the Last Remains storyline. Last issue we saw Peter going to get help from Doctor Strange because of all the things happening to his friends, and this is a really great psychedelic cover here. It looks, very... I just blanked on the classic Marvel Comics artist's name who did these kind of psychedelic covers. That'll probably come back to me later. If not, I'll just put a little blip down here somewhere. But there we go. Amazing Spider-Man 51, part of the Last Rites. And with Spider-Man, they're doing like they did with, I believe it was the Hunted storyline, where they're doing an issue and they're doing, like the next one's going to be 51.LR. So they're doing like stories in between to fill them out. To give you a little extra story or background, I'm not sure what the focus on this one was. During Hunted, it was kind of focusing on a specific character during that storyline. But we'll see where this one goes. Up next, Doctor Doom number 8 with this ominous cover of all the Doom bots. This was actually really cool. There's a lot of fun things going on in this Doctor Doom series. In the last issue, I didn't even realize it was a meme, but they referenced a meme of a bear in the snow, and that's the bear that Doctor Doom was riding in the last issue, which was really cool. This has been really fun. It kind of brings a lot of what's been going on through this whole series to a head. So Doctor Doom number 8, definitely worth checking out. Then we have Strange Academy number 4. Again, like with A Man Among Ye, this was not a series that I expected to get as into as I have, but I really like it. I think this is a great team with Scotty Young and Humberto Ramos on this for the storytelling and the art. I think Ramos's art works really good on these bizarre, weird characters and the different scenarios they get in. I really enjoyed when he was doing Doctor Strange, so seeing him on this is a lot of fun. And like with the X-Men books and Young Justice and some of these things, the teams with the teen kids, and especially when they're learning how to use their powers or they think they know what they're doing and they make mistakes, is always fun to read, just to see what goes on there. So yeah, Strange Academy number 4. And up next is probably one of the weirdest comics in my list, but it is a really good series. Undiscovered Country, far flung into the future where the United States has actually sealed itself off from the rest of the world, and a group of explorers have gone in to find out what happened, and it is crazy to say what's going on in here, and this issue was a lot of fun. So Undiscovered Country is a lot of fun. The last issue, you feel like they maybe got to a safe place, and you were like, well, I can't be safe, and this issue does a good job of messing with your mind with what's going on there as well. So if you are reading this, check it out. If you have not read it yet, see if your local shop has it, if they can get it in for you. It's been a lot of fun. Scott Snyder, Charles Soule, and a great team of artists and creative folks working on that. Wonder Woman 765, continuing Wonder Woman's adventures with Max Lord as they're trying to stop people from selling his technology on the black market. So he's having to play along. And again, I've not read too many stories with him except for the last couple ones with him in this series. So it's kind of a lot of fun to see him in this light. Obviously, they were building this up to be released after the movie or around the movie and everything. So hopefully, I can't wait to see what Pedro Pascal does with that character when we get to see Wonder Woman 84. And last on my straight countdown here is X-Ray Robot number 3. I've only read a few things from Mike and Laura Allred, but I cannot recommend this series enough. It is weird. It is bizarre. The dialogue is great. I think the first thing I really read from him was when he was doing the, I think it was the FF series during Marvel Now, right before Marvel Now, where the Fantastic Four had gone off in space for an adventure or traveling time or something, and they had a bunch of stand-ins for them, and I thought it was really goofy and weird as some of the poses and art, but I have grown to really love it, and it's great, and now I want to try to go back and read X-Static sometime. But X-Ray Robot number 3, this mini-series, is pretty fun, where these scientists have kind of opened up portals in their hopping dimensions, kind of like Black Science, but in a lot less traumatic way. So if you want to check this out, X-Ray Robot, the first 3 issues are out. I think it's a 5 or 6 issue miniseries. I could be wrong, but there it is. And tying for cover of the week is the same artist, Josh Middleton, on his Batgirl 50 cover, which apparently there's something big happens in this. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but I ordered it because I've gotten most of his covers for her, and I just thought this was a great cover with all the characters around there. So Josh Middleton's Batgirl cover for number 50, and then his cover for Wonder Woman 756, which I had to do double take because I thought this was a photograph of a model, and I was like, oh, what happened to the Middleton cover? And then I realized it is the Middleton cover. It's just, I don't know if the camera's going to get good enough on that, but that is art. That is not a real person. So yeah, pretty incredible cover. I like the color and the brightness and vibrance of the Batgirl 50, but the Wonder Woman is just a level of skill to see on a comic art cover. It just blew me away. Okay, and now we come to it, my number 1 pick for the week. This is a book that apparently is, again, I don't follow the hype. I get what I like. Sometimes I just get covers because I like the covers. But I always try to make sure I see the covers and order them in advance, because we don't really, working in the shop, we don't pick stuff up off the shelf just because we like it that week. We have to order all our stuff, which I think is a great policy, and I have no problems with that. That said, if you shop at a place and you have a subscription list, look the stuff up online in advance. Get your orders in, and plug what you want, because shops have to order, and especially during these times when maybe they don't want to have too much overstock on the shelf, depending on feedback. Because a lot of times we'll make suggestions at our shop, and a lot of people will turn it down. No, I don't want it. I'll see it when it comes out. So nobody signs up for it. So we get 5 or 6 subscribers. So we only order so many for the shelf. And then it becomes a hot thing. Or the people who want to buy the stuff to resell it or whatever, they find out what's going on and it becomes a hot book. Suddenly everything's sold out before we can get them in. And that's the end of it, because we have to turn in orders almost 2 months ahead of time. So think about that when you are ordering your comics at your local shop. If you have a subscription or you're thinking about a subscription, most shops offer pretty easy subscription services for you. But yeah, that said, this book has been hotly anticipated. I've known because a lot of people have been asking for it over the past couple months, waiting for it to come out. I think it had been delayed because of all of the shutdown stuff. And as you know, I read the Ninja Turtles on a regular basis, if you've watched this video in the past. And I'm just enough faffing around. Here it is, Last Ronin, #1. This awesome cover. Yeah, it's set in the future. I'm getting really reflective there. It's in the future, and there's only one Ninja Turtle left. And through the whole issue, we have no idea who it is. But it's really cool because Eastman and Laird have both worked on this with some of the more recent creative teams. So it's nice to have them back together. So I'm wondering, I don't know if this set is set in the current IDW storyline or if this is set in the original 80s Turtle storyline. I'm thinking it's the IDW one, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it really matters. It's a cool story. It's a lot of fun. So there's one turtle left, and it's further in the future, and it's them dealing with what has become of the world that they are the solo member of the team left. Yeah, it's got it's kind of got a Dark Knight vibe, because you've got this one turtle going around, and I don't think this is a spoiler because it happens pretty much right out of the gate. He's hearing voices of the other turtles in his head. Now, whether it's him filling them in or if he's actually hearing them, we don't know. But yeah, there it is. Last Ronin, #1. Big book. It does fit inside a Silver Age bag and board pretty snugly. So I'll do that here. I usually get Silver Age bag and boards for all my stuff. So it does fit side to side, and the flap will close over it. But it is sticking out of the board, so I may go back and buy a handful of Golden Age bags to store these, just because I don't know, we'll see, because my Silver Age, I get Silver Age for all my books. I just like having a little extra buffer around the size of my books, so that fit in there if you are worried about your bag size. It is thicker and all of that, but it's taller than it is wide. I mean, all books are taller than they are wide for comics, but anyway, there it is. There is my comic haul rundown for Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. If you have any questions, any comments, if you saw anything you want to check out, let me know. What are you reading? What's the hot book in your list this week? And leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.